Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Not missiles, but microbes. I think an epidemic, either naturally caused or intentionally caused, is the most likely thing to cause, say, 10 million excess deaths.
An epidemic, either naturally caused or intentionally caused, is the
most likely thing to cause, say, 10 million excess deaths. Smallpox for an intentionally caused thing, that there was a simulation called Dark Winter that didn't come out very well.
There was also a simulation of a coronavirus pandemic 6 weeks before the actual outbreak occurred, hosted by the World Economic Forum, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Johns Hopkins University, and the US and Chinese CDCs.
It began in healthy-looking pigs, months, perhaps years ago. A new coronavirus spread silently within herds. Gradually, farmers started getting sick. Infected people got a respiratory illness with symptoms ranging from mild flu-like signs to severe pneumonia. The sickest required intensive care. Many died. Experts agree, unless it is quickly controlled, it could lead to a severe pandemic, an outbreak that circles the globe and affects people everywhere.
The mission of the Pandemic Emergency Board is to provide recommendations to deal with the major global challenges arising in response to an unfolding pandemic. The board is comprised of highly experienced leaders from business, public health, and civil society.
We could be looking at double the number of cases in 1 week and 16 times as many in a month if we are not able to stop the spread. That would be on the order of 500,000 cases, and it would continue to rise exponentially. In 3 months, we could be approaching 10 million cases.
Interesting how that map we just saw looks almost identical to this one, which was created shortly after the outbreak occurred. Except this one was made back in October of 2019 for this exercise by the same exact university. How convenient.
We're at the start of what's looking like it will be a severe pandemic. And there are problems emerging that can only be solved by global business and governments working together. How much control of information should there be, and by whom? And how can false information be effectively challenged? And what if that false information is coming from companies or from governments? False information is coming from companies or from governments?
And what if that false information is coming from companies or from governments?
Companies or from governments? False information is
companies or from governments? Governments.
It's time to wake the fuck up, people.